Shana Tova. I am Dan Rybeck. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. And I'm proud to be the president of Mount Zion's Board of Directors. In my haste to get here this evening, I called out to Kate, wondering if she could get the chauffeur. She said, "Whoa, this temple president thing has really gone to your head. Drive yourself." This chauffeur happens to be digitally enhanced. I still can't get a sound out of it. Turns out I didn't buy enough RAM. Shofar, show good. Right, Cantor? A true story from last year's High Holy Days. Just before Rosh Hashanah, we had to replace our furnace. The service guy had finished his work and came up from the basement to take his leave and explain the magic that he had just performed. Like many of you, I suppose, our family has a small collection of shofars accumulated over the years, souvenirs from Israel, bar mitzvah gifts, bat mitzvah gifts. He observed the display and his face brightened. "Did you bag these babies?" "Excuse me? Did you bag these? Your trophies?" I laughed and replied, "No, I'm not a hunter. These are religious objects. Jews blow a ram's horn on ceremonial occasions." Now it was Roy's turn to be confused. But I saw your deer stand and hunting bow in the basement. Believe me, I wouldn't have said anything otherwise. I explained that my son Elliot, an avid outdoorsman, was storing his hunting gear at our place while remodeling his basement. The case of mistaken identity out of the way, we proceeded to talk about Roy's love of hunting. He was particularly impressed with this Yemenite shofar. "You know," he said, "this is an Urku horn. It's a bit like an antelope, and it's native to North Africa." He went on to describe their habits in detail, mentioning they like to hang out in thickets. Thicket. Not a common word, I thought, and the same one used to describe where Abraham spots the ram that saves Isaac's life in tomorrow's Torah portion. We said our goodbyes, but the conversation stuck with me through the holidays. Every time the shofar appeared in the liturgy, I thought about how two people can look at the same thing and see different things. To me, an abstraction, a symbol of a sign. To Roy, a trophy, with an immediacy connected to his experience and knowledge as a hunter. Now is the moment the temple president often speaks about things like the excitement surrounding the arrival of Steve Greenberg, our new congregational director of engagement, or the exemplar congregation award we received from the Reform movement for our disability inclusion in accomplishments, or the success of our annual campaign this past year. But I'm not going to talk about that. Instead, I will tell you about a gift we are giving to ourselves this Rosh Hashanah. To kick off our year of Shabbat, every household attending any of tomorrow's 3 services will receive a copy of the book, A Day Apart, Shabbat at Home, Compliments of Mount Zion. As a community, we'll be exploring Shabbat, the last of our 7-year cycle of kivunim, or directions, following Israel, Tzedek, and Torah. Over the coming months, and starting during these days of awe, there will be many opportunities to engage with Shabbat in ways both familiar and surprising. Hopefully, like me and Roy with the shofar, we will discover the many different ways we find meaning in the same thing. My New Year's wish is that we all delight in Shabbat with fresh eyes and experience it with wonder. Shana Tova Tikatevu, may you be written in the book of life and sealed for a good year. Shana Tova.